What's up? Hello, traders, people, not traders, new people, maybe aspiring traders, veterans, whoever the F you are. How are the hell are you doing today? It is Sunday, January. Yes, we are in the future. June, the other J month. 20 something. What the hell is it? 27th. Holy crap. 2021. It's your boy Z Rex. No Noiz. It's time for some price action analysis. Man, I hope you all had a great weekend. Mine was alright. Not too shabby. It's still hot down here. But I guess it's hot everywhere from what some of my friends are saying across the country. Seems to be a big heat wave. We get cold wave, heat wave, all waves. It's crazy. Let's get into some price action, though. Bitcoin didn't do shit over the weekend. Shocker. And if you don't know, Bitcoin generally doesn't do shit over the weekend. So here we were on the weekend. Let's look the last 2 days, because this is actually today's close. Just happened about an hour ago. Oh, look, nothing. Friday dumpage. Nothing. And so, now we have to see, did we get any new data? Well, let's go talk about it. All right. Total 2. What? Nah, don't care. Whatever. Mama Bear is what I care about right now. Pretty much nothing else. In crypto space or sector, that is. Not, obviously, not everything else, right? People are so literal on the internet. And like, oh, okay, dude. Oh, let's see here. Daily, weekend, nothing. Came right back to the Friday open. So that's actually kind of cool. This is a pretty decent candle right here, closing at the tops. It did stop, literally right at the top. What is this, 314? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong goddamn number. 34,650. And we got 34,6, pretty much 700. So it did technically close a little bit higher. But you can see there is lots of bodies right here. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some tails right there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and then we're making possibly the 10th one. We'll see what goes on today. But we still got the whole day, so whatever. But this is a decent close. We got the daily above the 10 simple. We've got the RSI staying and maintaining back above the exponential. We are getting real damn close to busting through this trend line that's been intact since the very beginning of the year. And this is actually, we got a little bit of test here, but this is like the fastest retest, though. And I'm just looking at the distance between these two, like from there to there, from there to there, right? From here to from here to here. This one was kind of similar. This was about 25 days. But look how fast this one is a retest. It's only a couple of weeks. So that's interesting. That is a little bit slight change of behavior, as we've been kind of noticing the last few days, definitely in the latter part of last week, that the bulls look like they're definitely attempting to base here. I do kind of like how this structure is getting rebuilt, and we're getting a double tap really quick. And we actually are above on a 458, we actually have closed above the Mama and the 55 EMA. So that's pretty damn sexy. And we do have bulls attempting to regain some dominance on the DMI. Also pretty sexy. So it does look like bulls are very much trying to defend this lower 30K level. But still not too excited yet. This is just the start of the picture that we need to be painted. And we're almost there, though. If we really still got to get that daily way up here above like 41K. Until then, it's, these are more likely to just get faded. And so we're just kind of cruising, waiting. I do like this attempt, though. And to be to measure against it. It looks like 2 weeks ago is about where we had similar type of structure. And the EMA with this little double bounce, I definitely like that. It's kind of forming a little bit of a W here, and that's generally a pretty solid pattern. But look where it goes, right to the top of the range. Yeah, well, hey, whatever. You got to get to the top of a range to break it, though, right? So we are attempting to kind of base out right here. Any closure on the 458 above about like this horizontal, I guess, really is what it needs to be at about 37.5. Probably gets us to test that 41K area again. And we're almost there. I mean, it's trying. Bulls are creeping on up. Let's see what the crack time frame says. Crack time frames actually over the last, what is this? Today, pretty much, have crossed the 200 with the 377, so that's cool. Not that it means a whole lot. I mean, it is a crack time frame, but you can see that it does trend. When the bulls or bears are in hardcore trending mode, you can see that it is relevant. You know, even on the crack time frame, the 200 stayed below the 377, which is the bigger gray versus the bigger red one here. You can see that it stayed below it pretty much for the whole dump. So it has a little bit of relevance there. So the bulls, bears definitely doing a little tug of war action, and we're right back in the middle of the range. Futures just opened. And so they actually are opening. This is a nice open inside bar here of the previous one. How does that look like on a weekly? All right. So that's interesting. Right off that damn 55 EMA and the mama. So this is what I've been talking about for a few days here, that the mama weekly right here is beast mode. This thing is kind of, excuse me. This thing is kind of providing a wall of support instead of a floor, but it's a wall of support, and it looks like it's going to attempt to rally up here. I mean, this structure, the way even the lower time frames are, and especially if the daily on futures can close back above, you know, these bodies right here, maybe about 35, 6 or 7-ish, you know, I would look for a test likely up and around 40K. So the bulls are doing a pretty good job of painting a rosy picture at the moment, but they gotta do the follow through now. So let's see what happens. And we also get a monthly close this week too. So this will be an interesting little doji if it closes anywhere like this, right on top of the 10 simple. You know, probably just leads to more sideways frustration, really. If I had to bet on it, that is what I would bet. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Hold up, let me go over here. Bam. Let's look at this because we haven't looked at it in a while. I keep forgetting. Damn, hash ribbons. So we did have the outlier of all the other versions of this indicator. We talked about this in previous videos. I probably should like clip that video out so it can be like referenced easier, because yeah, I get it, you know, people don't want to sit and listen to an hour, 2 hours of trading stuff. I don't know, I do. I listen to a few other traders, not that many, but a few other ones that shit, I'll listen to them for a long time. It's all good though, whatever, everybody's different. But anyway, I digress. You can see this is kind of interesting right here. Look how flat. This is literally dead flat down here at this 130. Damn, excuse me. Man, just no signs of just being done with the capitulation. It's not rallying at all, but it is for the last, over the weekend, dead, super flat. I guess that's pretty much how dead super flat price has been too. Outside of this, you know, what was that? Saturday closing a little bit lower. But, yeah, I mean, this is still going to need a lot of time to play out. I mean, probably about as long. If let's just assume, just for shits and giggles, this is the low. I mean, just, it's going to probably take about the time it took to get to the low to get back across. So we can kind of use that. And you can see that kind of in the past here. This one was a pretty fast one. This one actually did it in only like a quarter of the time. But look how long it actually took for the signal to play out, though. It still ended up having a 15% dump, got caught by the low, but you know, even though it flipped fast, it still needed another 80 days before confirmation that this was the low. Yeah, I can kind of see there a little flippity floppity flew. Let's just move forward in the picture here. And so if we've got, how many days is this? 26 days. Let's just pretend 26 days. It's right around here at the end of July. And what was the max days on this thing that's ever happened? Was 120 days is the maximum. That was back in 2012. I'm referencing this chart over here, and that's capitulation to buy signal. So when you get the capitulation to the next buy signal, that's what I'm measuring that time. And so the longest one was about 120 days. So yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Actually, that's August, the end of August. My bad. So the end of August, all the way over here. Oh, holy crap, that's really far. And we're just going to put this box down to, oh, I gotta unlock it. We're gonna put it over there to the end of August, because that's the max that this has taken. What's funny is we have discussed at length that this, I would not be surprised to just go sideways for the whole summer and just frustrate and have a lot of people just forget about crypto. Because when you just dump like this, I mean, a lot of altcoins are down, you know, 60 to 90% pretty much, 80s for sure. And, you know, if it just dumps like that and just stays that low for a long time and just kind of keeps doing this little, oh shit, oh, I'm losing all my money again. Oh, you know, this is like shaking people out just as it goes sideways. So that's probably the best case for bulls, really, is that we just chop around here. I mean, the longer that it is, like whatever, it's not that big of a deal. We're not making any kind of like super ugly, you know, like descending triangle or something down here. It's not like 2018 or whatever. It doesn't look like that. So it's just kind of ping-ponging back and forth. And I mean, on the daily, I guess there is some sort of, let's see if we can draw something. Let's see what we can do. We kind of have something like this plotting out, like a little megaphone type pattern at the bottom of a range. And these are extremely neutral. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just keeps kind of doing that for, you know, maybe another month or two. I mean, the longest for this signal, although this has been an outlier, but so was this, was 122 or 120 days. And if we measured this too to the 24 where we are now, and 24, it kind of puts us over here at the end of July to the end of August on like a way likely resolution of this pattern. And if that did happen, I would probably bet on the bullish side of that, especially if we keep making a little incremental daily highs, like new highs. We start just like fading upper 30s repetitively, then I would change my tone a little bit. But right now, as it stands, it's all right. Just chilling sideways, posted up. Let's go back over to futures. I was mentioning the monthly close is coming up, so that'll be nice to look at. Since we only get 12 of those a year, we can have a monthly candle close party. Woohoo! Yeah. Doesn't get more nerdy than that. Unless we brought like some D&D or Magic or Pokemon cards. Hey, Pokemon isn't even like, it's like, that's cool now. Magic and D&D definitely still fall into the geekdom. Alright, moving on. I'm digressing even more. Let's go to ETH. ETH looks like the best chart in the land. No, I'm just kidding. The bulls are kind of showing the same thing, though. This is not nice, strong move here. Girthy candle. Love that. Coming up above the 10 simple and the 21. Oh my goodness! And look at this. Ethereum. This is the first time. Also, look, I thought it was a little further back, but first time since also Bitcoin right there in mid-June, where it actually had a chance to look sexy time. But guess what we have in addition to whatchamacallit? We have some nice daily bullish divergence on Bitcoin, and I don't know if it's on, let me confirm that if it's on Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, it is just barely, but technically it is. And really what I like that it was on the futures. So we actually didn't get it on futures on Ethereum. But the one thing I do like is that it's been on Bitcoin, which is Mama Bear. That matters the most. And I do like that she has been putting in 3 stabs of some bullish divergence. So when you add that together, that gives you a lot better probability of this basing here. So, and again, it's real easy at this point to know when that isn't the case, if we're busting down. And that's pretty much, I mean, any close below this is which about, what's it look, can't even talk. About 30K, you can see it actually did close technically below 30K on the 458, but not on the daily, which is the one that it really needs to happen on. If the daily closes below 30K, then a lot of the bull talk is pretty much off, and I'd be looking for a lot big downside, probably filling this gap right here. Just kind of saw that, so could easily see that, because I mean it's still not the sexiest chart. There's no doubt about that. But any close daily below 30K, I'd be looking pretty much instantly down to the low 20s, nanoseconds. Ethereum though, yeah, back to that. It's coming up on major resistance right here at 2K. What are the bulls going to do? What you going to do right here? 10 simple 2K trend line. There's a lot of resistance on this bitch right here. It could easily pop to about 21, 22 on some zealot buying, but we just have to wait and see. That would be very emotional, and I would not look for that to be an immediate breakout. That one probably would get faded, but that's mental masturbation. We need dailies closing back above this. So Ethereum not looking great, which makes sense. I mean, Bitcoin has been regaining some dominance too. So Bitcoin, it does look a little bit better than most of these coins, altcoins, and all of these are going to look the freaking same. Let's see, LTC. Okay, all right, LTC. You close the weekly above 126. So that, hey, kudos to the bulls for that. It still sucks that they closed below the 55, but hey, they totally didn't break down, and they didn't make a lower body close from over here at the beginning of the year. So that, I mean, hey, you got to give bulls a little bit of credit for that. That's cool. Now let's see if they can keep it up though. And by just floating around this trend line in the 377, yeah, everyone's probably talking about, looks like death crosses have probably happened across the board. Mine isn't going to be exactly time. I use a 55 EMA, not a 50 SMA, but whatever. It's, we got that support. Anything back below 120, though, Bootius Maximus, and we're probably going to come into the middle of this range around 60 to 80 bucks. And that's for real. Like, what? How could that happen? Oh, yeah. It can happen. Like how I put a bunch of these pink dots over here on accident. Yeah, I do that sometimes when I click on it and I draw something, and then I try to scroll over or look at stuff. See, you have to, like, get out of it. Ah, go away. You can just right-click real quick, and it'll default back to your crosshair. Anyway, Litecoin, pretty good as long as it's kind of holding right here. Mama Weekly is right there. How's the monthly looking? Ooh, man, see this? The monthly chart on this is actually freaking not terrible. Yeah, and I'm ignoring the DMI right now because DMI has literally been bullish the entire freaking chart. So, I mean, I guess off the DMI, you just buy the dip, bro. I mean, there's a lot of dips in here, though. You've got this lovely bullish dump to about 93% down. And what are we at now? At about 70? What would 93 be? I'm just curious. Oh my god. Oh, it'd be all the way back down to these lows again. So that's cute. But this isn't terrible. I mean, if this monthly and we get some rallying in the crypto markets. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we get some rallying in the crypto markets and we close a little bit higher. Ethereum's looks like garbage. But yeah, shit, maybe we do get some support here. Oof, man, ETC. But hey, it's not... Bulls are defending this monthly open and close here. Or I guess, I'm sorry, close and open. 36. flat is major support. And look at that on the daily. Look at that respect on the daily so far. So if we break this, it looks like 35, 36 is real serial. If we do that, we probably go into the upper 20s easily. So again, though, most of this shit doesn't even matter until Bitcoin looks a little bit better. I mean, yeah, there's probably some decent opportunities with like probably not as much risk. Well, obviously not as much risk, but this is definitely safer here than we've been in the structure for a while for like maybe wanting to take stabs on some longs. So I might do that this week. We'll kind of see what happens. I'm definitely going to keep an open mind for that. All right, let's keep moving on. I'm going to kind of skip a few of these or just go fast because, look, they're all going to look the same. I want to go fast. It's Sunday night, too. Yeah, just whatever, dot, kind of on these lows. ADA coming up into the 10 simples. Let's look at the monthly, which we'll do a good, nice, long show Wednesday for all of that. Yeah, whatever. Link, everything's the same. We're just gonna kind of yep. Dogecoin's actually trying to bulls are trying to say low 30 or low 20s now is good to go. This is an interesting pattern right here. Let's zoom in a little bit on the doggy. Oh shit, it's actually has gotten back above its mama. Wow, yeah, Mama put in a nice floor that's been on here for the low 20s as well. Damn, okay. Okay, and the last time it was over here in a similar-esque posturing was over like this, but the way it came out of the base and has... Okay, so see how this has just pumped and then gave it up? It's like pretty much an A, like the A frame or whatever, real quick. And this one's different. It has like more of a V, but then it chills. Right? And look at the oscillators, a little bit different. You can see here, this was just also like an A real quick. This was pop, acceptance, and then continuation. This is a very different structure than over here. And I would say as long as this is holding about 23.5, this looks pretty damn good to the long side. Because you're still maintaining this dominance. Of course, you know, this could change tomorrow or whatever at any moment when these candles are closing. But I mean, I do like this candle structure. This is a good setup for bulls to take off from here. So they're attempting to do their thing. Monthly is a little funky. I mean, look at this damn doji. Ouch. Not quite on the daily, but it is flagging up there. Kind of just, maybe flag is not the correct term, but just accepting the price after this nice hammer candle, follow through, and we're literally getting all the bodies above this close. So that's very important. That's pretty good. I actually like Dogecoin as long as it's holding about 21, 22 cents. Looks okay. So there's an outlier. How about Hex? What's Hex doing? Hex has just been drifting to the downside, but that's okay. It actually kind of looks like it might be time to, yeah, all right. Hex is showing it's actually breaking this trend line already. A lot of stuff has not done that. So Hex is actually looking... let's see what it does against the mama here, but it's getting close to a lower risk buy signal. So, which is not surprising. Hex is going to do that fork pretty soon and all that, and it's already had relative strength against, I mean, all the cryptos for a hot minute. So, I mean, you can see the weekly. There's like not even anything wrong with the weekly yet. How about the monthly? I mean, yeah, monthly is good all the way to the low 5 pennies. So, shit. All right, not Charles. Sorry. Oh my God, Richard. Dick Hart. And equity futures, we're not going to really look at any of that. We'll do that tomorrow because they've only been open for, 3 hours or whatever. So who cares? All right, guys, wrapping it up. Bitcoin coming back to the top of the range. Bulls have a decent structure, but what they need to do now is get follow through. They need to be like, hey, bitch, yeah, we here. And I would look for, out of this, it is pretty likely, though, that we do hit 37-ish K. Any rollover from this area, that would really suck. And, man, if we got back below, like, this horizontal, this red horizontal, like, again, I think it probably would break down. So let's see what bulls do this week. I mean, we're still trapped between the stupid 377 and 200. And, I mean, everything is just right in the middle of those ranges. So patience, young grasshopper. Patience. I'm still just chilling, waiting. In cash. Like, let's go. Show me, Lord TA, the path to richness. Anyway, enough of my amazing dad jokes. I hope y'all had an awesome weekend. Let's get ready to make some good trades this week and get it in and improve on some things that we need to improve on too. You only need to compare yourself to your previous self from yesterday, not to anybody else. That don't matter. Everybody's a little different. As long as you get a little bit better every day, though. Shit, or even every week, man. That's a good thing. And progress will show itself. Much love. I will see y'all guys mañana. We'll do a show. Actually, crap, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a show tomorrow. I have a plan to go to the beach, but the weather is supposed to be really, really shitty. It's like a 70% chance of rain most of the day. So I can cancel it, I think, until like midnight tonight. So I don't know. I might do it. I might not. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow. But hey, guys, I'm out of here. Much love. Peace.